Hey guys, Grebo Tools here. Today is a big day. This box is going away. So Snap-on guy gave me a number that even my wife could only say no to a couple of times and not enough. So I will be trading in, this is a 68-inch Epiq. Had it for probably about, when Epics come out, I'd probably get over 5 years now. So trading this one in on bigger Epiq with side locker hutch and some bigger wheels, if you guys know which one that is. Sorry, Shop Dog's here. She's going to bark and annoy me. But before I tear it completely out, all the stuff out of it, I thought I'd do a quick toolbox tour. It's going to be kind of down and dirty. I'm not going to waste a whole lot of time, but maybe get some ideas out there. So top drawer. Now, mind you, this is my main, that roll cart is my main box actually, so that I can move it around and take it with me on the road. Torque wrench, this is a serpentine belt tool. This guy here is a little torque adapter. I guess they claim that they're not overly accurate, but they're pretty consistent, so that's why I keep it around. Yeah, like under here, that's like kind of some extra stuff that I don't rarely reach for. Up here you'll see everything from Snap-on, Harbor Freight. These are Napa, Craftsman, some old SK stuff. Let's see, we got Ingersoll Rand. These K-Tool International, Gray Pneumatics, Clutch, Northern Tool Brand, Mac. Yeah, all sorts of different stuff. So I'm not one to be a complete tool snob, but I'm kind of a tool snob. Wrenches. So 21 to 32. These thin ones from Husky are pretty nice. Metric and standard, you can pick them up for like 50 bucks. And they had them in stock at my place just for those few times where you got something where you need to hold on to. Gear wrench, long box. These guys here are kind of special to me, and the two in the back. All of these, with the exception of this channel lock, which is also one of those thin channel locks. The rest of them are all family heirlooms. Uncles, grandpas, great grandpas. This green one was the one I got in my first ever toolbox. So they're all kind of family heirlooms. I keep them around and I use them because they're tools. Gear wrench ratcheting. Whole different assortment. Some older stuff, some newer stuff in here. Like these guys were hand-me-down. Some of these older True Crafts, but they're True Craft made in the USA's, were hand-me-downs. K-Tool, gear wrench. Yeah. Ooh, shut that hard enough, didn't I? So here, sorry, I'm doing this by hand, so the film quality is not going to be great. I'm doing it kind of quick and dirty. I got a lot of stuff to do to get ready for this new box coming today. So hey, Coors. Don't know how that got in there. Screwdrivers, Snap-on, gear wrench. These are posi drive. Some pry bars, some hose picks. These are Weehot Torx Security with the hole down the middle. If you haven't seen these, I'm not a huge fan of ratcheting wrenches or ratcheting screwdrivers. I don't use them much with impacts anymore, but this one's cool because it's gearless and reversible, so you can see. Quiet. So yeah, kind of neat. This is some layout stuff. One thing I didn't tell you, like this box is not going to be a normal mechanics toolbox like you guys are going to see. I do mainly 12-volt automotive installs on police cars. So that's what is mainly in my primary box, is the stuff for that. This is backups because I'll work on anything from skid steers to, I do all my own mechanic work, do some friend stuff, and then I do a lot of custom work, metalworking, woodworking, just tinkering in the garage. And so it's kind of a mix between a lot of different aspects, mechanic, audio installer, welder, a woodworker, a tinkerer, you know, engineer. I don't know. I do a lot of different things. So I'm just, if you guys see some ideas you like, because this is probably not going to be the way most guys are going to set up their box. But yeah, so measuring and layout stuff. Here's the beer bottle opener collection so far. Decided to start doing that. I hope I'm not even paying attention here. Guess I could get in closer. These guys are great for marking corners. 45 degrees corners. This is a center finder. This guy's really cool. If you ever watch AVE, it's just that magnetic paper. It's actually cheap on Amazon. Some brushes. Yeah, nothing too special in there. This is kind of some specialty stuff. Some like rubber bumpers and plastic bumpers. I use those all the time. Gear puller. Made this guy. It'll go right on my slide hammer. And if you see then the pin, when you pull on it, it's more in line with what you would be pulling out. But that won't fit in the case. These are some custom tools in here. So you've got this guy right there, which is just a T-handle version of this. And that is for, I'm trying to think of the name of them. They're the secondary clutches off Pliers. I can't think of who makes them. Just welded one on just to save, because it got it out away from the sled when I was working on them. This guy, spring puller. There's the store-bought spring puller. This guy, it actually is an old snap-on handle, and I don't know what kind of screwdriver, but my screen keeps timing out so I can't see what I'm doing. This is for pulling rear view mirrors off of Fords. The ones that have like that metal clip. There's a vice grip kind of style thing that you can do too. But like this, just a piece of ABS, that is a, for removing the primary bolts on a Harley. Jam that in the sprockets. So these airbags I would highly recommend. But yeah, nothing else too crazy in here. Some of that stuff in back is hardly ever used, but I just don't see myself getting rid of it. So this was the pliers drawer. They came out this way, and then I had some from the back and some from the front on different racks like that. But I was emptying it and I thought, crap, I should quick do a toolbox tour. Air tool, power tools, accessories. So some of this stuff I pulled out already, but the Norseman big kit with letter and letter number and then fractional. The big drill bit index. This is files for air file that I actually kind of cobbled together, but it's kind of cool. This was my grandfather's old Extractor Kit with kind of some cool stuff in there. All the die grinder accessories. Got ABS for my cookies there. Just stack them up, pull them out. Dremel accessories. What do you call them? Permacoil is what that brand name is, but the thread certs, yeah. So, and then some odds and ends. And finally on the bottom, we got the hammers. Punches. This guy is a hole punch. Hot glue. I've been using a lot more hot glue lately. I've always thought it was a hack thing, but I've been using a lot more lately. These ball end Allens got stuck in here, if you can see. They're the magic ring. So they have a little ring so they'll hold the fastener on there. I didn't have anything placed better for them. These guys here, homemade lead hammer. It hits hard, but it's pretty soft. So, let's see. Going over. So I don't like to keep my most used power tools in a drawer. I like to have them accessible, so that's where I have mine normally stored, kind of above the workbench where I can just grab them like that. But especially my air tools, I don't use a whole lot anymore, but air tools are still kind of needed. And then some of my less used power tools just get tossed down in here. Just some ABS organizers to try and keep everything somewhat organized. Die grinders, air ratchets, body saw, impact, some more accessories for that stuff. This is the spendy drawer. Diagnostic drawer is kind of what I call it. I don't have a good code reader because honestly, I only pull codes about once or twice a year. I've got decent enough vehicles that I don't really worry about that. So I've got a little OBD2 Bluetooth one, the blue driver, that's a spark tester, and then a OBD2 splitter, because on my pickup I have a chip. So we've got the Snap-on board camera, the Snap-on Thermal Imager Elite, that's the new one with the dual camera, is pretty slick. Battery systems tester, the wireless one. You might ask, why did I spend all the money on that? Well, because when I do the automotive or the police car installs, I do a lot of retrofit stuff, and a lot of the time the technology with it anymore is getting so picky that things don't want to work. And so I can show them, well, the problem is low voltage on your battery, your alternator is going out, something like that, and that's what's causing issues with some of these systems. So I can show them that. One of these guys, I guess open, that is a tachometer, contact or contactless, and then this guy is a dial indicator for measuring readout. File sharpening stones, that's like a little knife sharpening set. Some buffing compound. Drill bits and drill bits accessories, kind of sound like Hank Hill there. Yeah, so a couple extractor kits up here. This is a nice little kit. If I can get it open. Now we're committed, I'm gonna get it. Step drills. Just got that, haven't used it much. But nice little kit. Like those guys need to be sharpened in the back. Some extra tap and die stuff. Yeah. And I believe this is the last drawer on this box. The junk drawer, more or less. Lots of pens, pencils, crap like that. I really need to get some of this junk out of here. I don't need all this stuff. But you need a junk drawer. And this is fairly well organized, I think, compared to most people's junk drawer, so I'll keep with it. These were my grandfather's old tape measure and the stick. So, yeah. So, if you're wondering, the model number on this box, KERN 682, B as in boy, 0, PU. Like, PU, it stinks. So, this one will be going back to the Snap-on guy. He's taking it back. I think he's got a guy interested in buying it already. So, yeah. Let me know what you think. Sorry I'm Not Better, YouTube.